What's up? This is Michael Stewart, and I am here with LB.
You'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. Right here with LB.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This your boy LB and welcome to another episode of Right Here with LB. Yes, I'm still on the road, but it's all good. I had to pop a squat just to contact with you guys and show you some more independent talent. Now, today the artist that we're going to talk to is actually all the way from Atlanta. You know, like I said, with this back and forth I've been doing to Atlanta, you know I've been making some connections there and touching bases with some really, really talented people. So, the person that we're going to have on today, you know what? Just like always, let me go ahead and show you what they can do.
See, we go back so far, swimming in your backyard. All the things that we used to do. We were cool back in high school. Ooh, I really liked you. It must have been your attitude, and that's why you keep on running in and out of my mind. As the years they all roll by, it's not hard to know why I keep coming back to you. You're the only one who knows me. Love it when you hold me. Never knew another like this. Now I never be lonely. Look at what you showed me. Never knew a love like this.
But definitely a talented brother. Now, if you can, go ahead and help me welcome with the title track from his new album, Where I'm Going, Michael Stewart.
Doesn't matter where I'm going, 'cause I know where I have been. This road that I must follow seems to turn me around again. So I let my dream just carry me like a voice on the way. Free to know that I'm free to be me.
All right, welcome to the show, Michael. I really appreciate you following through to be right here with LB. But let's go ahead and get down to the question so that people can see in you what I see in you. All right, question number one. Now, this music business is a really complicated business, and you've been doing it for a while. So let us know overall, how long have you been, in the music industry or working in the business of music altogether?
I made my first record back in '89, and but it was even before then. I got a opportunity to meet with Mrs. Edwards. You guys know her as Patti LaBelle. And she was coming out with this project called The Best Is Yet to Come. And she was one of our host parents in this program that I was in high school with, and called ABC. And she said something to me that was profound. I didn't understand at the time. She says, one day you're going to be a pretty good producer. You're really talented. And what I was doing was playing bass and copying it from my Walkman to my radio, from my radio back to Walkman, playing drums or whatever, and, but she was able to still at least hear what I was trying to come up with, and she was like, yeah, so she signed the record for me, The Best Is Yet to Come, and one of my things was, and when I made my first album, I was going to reach back out to her and rededicate that back to her because of what she did for me. But.
Okay, all right. I see you've been doing this for a while, but hold up, did you just say Patti LaBelle? Did he just say Patti LaBelle? I think he just said Patti LaBelle. That's crazy. But definitely, y'all know who Patti LaBelle is, and they're doing it big in Atlanta, so, hey. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next question. Now, besides Miss Patti LaBelle, who else in the music industry have you worked with, or whose projects have you worked on prior to go ahead and starting your project?
I've worked on some remixes for Mel LaRue, formerly of Groove Theory. Chico DeBarge, also a remix that came through from them. This is all when I was in New York. I did some music for a young lady by the name of Deborah who had a deal out in London. She was a dance artist, and she came back and renamed herself to Pocahontas, and we kind of worked together in a few projects. Now I've been working with some up-and-coming artists, and Simply Tiffany is one, Nasa is another. I worked with another artist by the name of K-Red, R.I.P. He left us beginning of this year. But we're still pushing out his album, and also working with a young lady by the name of Erica. You probably will see her if you haven't seen her already. And of course, our management, Francis Palacios from East New York Entertainment. He's the one that kind of puts it all together. I mean, obviously, you're as good as the last thing that you do, so I don't really talk about those things too much. A lot of things happened back then.
Okay, I'm digging this. So I see that you've worked with a lot of other people prior to even starting your own project. And I mean, experience says a lot. You're right, you're only as good or as, spoken of as the last thing that you did. But if you've done a lot of stuff, then hey, check my resume. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Your credentials are your credentials. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the next question. Now, most good songs come from some kind of emotion. So if you can, express to me or my audience, what type of emotion has helped you to write some of your better songs, and which songs did these emotions help to write?
For the most part, just getting back to the essence of what love is, maybe not the love of a person, but just love in general, loving yourself and loving life and things like that. So with that said, right here in the studio, I looked out the back and I had a great view out there. The song called Can't Nobody was birthed from that one. The little simple things as the wind's blowing over the treetops, and even though you don't know where it comes from or why it happens, whatever, it just is, and that's very important, and it's a part of our life, it's a part of the earth, and so I realized sometimes we miss those little things that are important to us, and thus Can't Nobody was born. And another song that was like that, fresh into a brand new situation as far as relationship is concerned. Happy, co-wrote with one of my other producers and good friend, Focus, and Happy. Another one, feeling of happiness about being home, was a song called Back Home. I could probably go on because the album is kind of a smooth ride of good feeling and love, and yes, there was one little bit of a sad song, but it was more of the reality of what really happens, not sugared up or whatever. So
okay, all right, I'm digging that, and yes, so it seems like the majority of the songs on your album actually came from some deep-rooted emotion, so I'm definitely digging that. And for my Right Here with LB audience, I do have a surprise about one of the songs that he just mentioned by the name of Can't Nobody, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get to the next question. Now, Michael, you describe your music as feel-good music. And a lot of people is like, feel-good music, what really is feel-good music? So, in your own words, go ahead and give us the definition of feel-good music.
I remember back in the day when I first heard All Night Long by Mary Jane Girls. Maybe corny to some or whatever, but I remember hearing that and how the bass thumped, it was outside at a block party. So, they had it crunked up, and the feeling that I got at that point of just the earthiness of that music, how grimy the kicks were, and the snare and whatever, it just brought about, like it brought you to a state of being where you're just like, wow, nothing else could bother me. I just feel good right at this moment about whatever's going on. Another artist that actually does that for me too, he's a reggae artist by Barris Hammond, who sometimes I've been compared to. Same type of feeling, he makes you, whatever emotion he's feeling and he's trying to portray in that particular piece of music that he's doing, you get it right away, So if it's something that he just wants to chill with his girl and sip some wine, boom, you feel it right away. And so feel-good music is supposed to allow the listener to share a piece of what you are either going through, went through, or will go through, depending upon, the situation of the songs. And thus feel-good music.
Okay, cool. I'm digging that. So in essence, feel-good music is basically music that allows you to tap into the emotion or whatever the writer was feeling when they originally wrote the song. Whether it be good, bad, happy, sad, anger, any of that. Whatever it is that allows you to tap into that is feel-good music. I'm digging that. All right, let's go ahead and get down to the good question. Every episode this season, I'm asking what I like to call, not an interview question, which just basically means it's a question that you wouldn't typically get during an interview. Now, your question is, what is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on stage? Go ahead and let us know.
At my record release, I missed a whole line. Fortunately, because of quick thinking, I was able to mouth words and syllables that mimicked what should have been there, but it wasn't really there. So when you go back and listen to it, I had to over or underdub the real lyrics that were there, but it was one line. So it was really crazy. So, and that happens. You just, you get in the groove of things, and all of a sudden you're just like,
wow, a whole line, like all the lyrics to that whole line. You know what? And on top of that, audience, like I was even there. I was at the album release party for Where I'm Going, and I really don't remember that. But it's okay because I'm going to go back and look at the video. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next question. Do you have any upcoming albums, singles, aside from Where I'm Going, but any other upcoming events or anything that we should know about? Let us know.
Nothing coming up, but for any updates or anything like that, www.whoismichaelstewart.com. And it has all the photos, the pictures, the tweets, everything that you want to see on there. I'm even going to put a chat there so that way we can have a night with or evening with chatting with Michael and find out what's going on.
Okay, cool. So nothing major coming up right now. But hey, like you said, guys, go ahead and check out this website right here, www.whoismichaelstewart.com. And you can check out events. There's a calendar there. There's photos, videos. There's a lot of stuff there. There's contests that he has going on, things of that nature. You may even see some pictures of LB there as well. So definitely go ahead and check that out. All right, before we let you go, Michael, the moment everybody's been waiting for, because they want to hear you sing. They want to see what you can do. So if you can, go ahead and give us a little taste of what you do right here live.
All right, there's a song on my album called Baby Yeah, and it's been requested. That was also a emotion song. And a little taste of it. My guitar's not out of tune. Hold on a second.
Why you treat me like this? Every day and night you know I wish for your kiss. Only your love can take me out of my anguish. Can't contain it, can't explain it, oh no. I feel your touch in the middle of the night. My heart won't let me stray away from your side. And I'm so glad you made my life complete. And there's no place I'd rather be.
Okay, cool. I'm digging that. Like he said, fam, that song is also available on his new album, Where I'm Going. The name of that song was Baby Yeah, and I believe it's number 9 or so on the album, but definitely check that out. Michael, thank you so much for being here all the way from Atlanta. I really appreciate you being right here with LB.
Again, this is Michael Stewart, a.k.a. Thread Trackett, producer, songwriter, musician. I'm here with the famous LB in the building. Y'all have to come check it, and please stay tuned for more. It's going to be crazy. Peace.
And there we have it, folks. This wraps up yet another episode of Right Here with LB. Again, I would like to thank my guest, Michael Stewart. Make sure you guys go and pick up his album. It's fantabulous. Also, I told you guys I had some special news for you. The same production company that does Right Here with LB, which is LB Productions, also just won a video contest with Michael Stewart at whoismichaelstewart.com. Basically, LB Productions will be producing and directing the first video off of his new album. And it's called Can't Nobody. So definitely take a look at that. Look out for it because it's coming soon. Now, for all of you guys that just love y'all some LB and want to find out what he's doing on a daily with up to the minute type of updates, you can check me out on Twitter right here. For all of y'all that want to, comment on what I got going on or take a look at my post or even see some past shows, you can always follow me on Facebook right here. And for those of y'all who still hold on to your MySpace, you can always get at me on MySpace right here as well. And remember, you can always catch me right here on YouTube. And I'm out.
You'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. And when you feel your heart starting, and you see the breaks starting, when the clouds are all parting, don't be like when your life is going too fast, stop the train tracks, I can slow it down.